Hey everyone, and welcome. So today, we're going to dive into something really exciting, a playbook for taking a local Ugandan business and putting it on the world stage. We'll be looking at the roadmap from Bling Village, an agency that's all about turning incredible local products into online powerhouses. Let's jump right in.
Okay, so let's imagine. You're a creator, an entrepreneur. You've poured everything you have into making something special, something you just know people are going to love. The quality's there, the passion's definitely there. But how do you get it to more people?
And that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? How do you move beyond your local market and tap into that huge world of online customers, not just here in Uganda, but everywhere? This is really where that whole digital journey kicks off.
You know, this is about so much more than just putting up a website. It's about seizing a massive digital opportunity. It's about taking a local Ugandan gem and transforming it into a global brand. So who exactly is making this leap?
Well, take a look at this. The diversity here is just incredible. It's not just one specific industry. We're talking about everyone from farmers with amazing, unique produce to fashion designers with beautiful textiles. We're seeing artists, wellness experts, you name it. This isn't some small trend. It's a huge shift in how Ugandan businesses are connecting with their customers.
So, where on earth do you begin? Well, before you even think about technology or taking a single product photo, you have to answer a really fundamental question. This right here, this is the bedrock of everything. You simply can't build a successful brand if you don't know exactly who your ideal customer is. Are they young? Are they trendy? Maybe they're established professionals. Everything about them, their needs, their style, their values, is going to shape every single decision you make from here on out. And you've got to get specific, a brand that's aiming for that 18 to 25-year-old crowd is going to talk and look completely different from one that's targeting people in the 46 to 55 range. Pinpointing this, which is exactly what Bling Village helps its clients do, is your first big strategic win.
Right, so once you know your audience, then you can figure out your brand's personality. Are you going to be seen as cutting edge and tech forward, that modern and sleek vibe? Or are you going to build on a deep foundation of reliability and heritage, more of a traditional and trustworthy feel? This choice is huge. It affects your logo, your colors, your whole brand voice.
And here's the key. That identity has to feel real. It's not just about a clever slogan. Your brand needs to connect with customers in the language they speak, whether that's English or Luganda. That's how your personality truly hits home and starts building real trust from the very first click.
Okay, so you've done the hard work. You've defined your brand. You know who you are, and you know who you're talking to. Now comes the really fun part, actually building the digital home for your products.
And the good news is, you don't have to invent the wheel. There are these incredibly powerful platforms that can be your foundation. You might go for the all-in-one simplicity of something like Shopify, or maybe the flexibility of WooCommerce if you're a fan of WordPress. Or you could go for a totally custom-built solution for very specific needs. The right tool is out there waiting for you.
Now, the actual build process can be broken down into these 3 core steps. First, you've got to create product catalogs that are beautiful and super easy for people to browse. Second, and this is absolutely critical, you have to integrate secure payment gateways so your customers feel totally safe giving you their money. And third, setting up inventory management so you're never, ever selling something you don't actually have in stock.
And really, that's the whole point of all this work. A professionally built online store isn't just a pretty digital brochure. It's a finely tuned machine, and it's designed for one main purpose: to create a smooth, easy journey that turns someone who's just browsing into a happy, loyal customer.
All right, so the store is live. The launch was a success. You might be tempted to think the job is done, but in the online world, it's really just the beginning. The digital space never, ever sleeps.
See, the thing about a successful online business is that it's always evolving. Launching your site isn't the finish line. It's actually the starting gun for a whole new phase of growth. And that means you're going to need an ongoing partnership to keep the momentum going.
And this is what that kind of partnership looks like. It's about keeping a close eye on performance to see what's working and what's not. It's about tweaking your sales funnel to make buying even easier. And it's about getting that strategic advice to make sure your website becomes a continuous engine for growth, not just a static page that gathers dust. And that kind of commitment, well, it's built on real-world experience. This number right here, 6, that's 6 years of dedication. Bling Village has been on this mission since 2020, guiding businesses on this exact journey, with a vision that stretches all the way to 2026 and beyond. It just proves that success isn't about a one-time launch, it's about the long game.
So as we wrap this up, just think about that entire journey we've walked through, from figuring out your unique brand identity to building a powerful online store and then committing to that long-term growth. Every single step is a new chapter in your business's story. So the only real question left is, what story will you tell the world?